Okay, so this is our maiden voyage here of a new venture here at Neishloss and Fleming, Integrity Marketing Group, the Neishloss and Fleming podcast. I am your host, Mike Asti, a marketing representative here at Neishloss, and for this episode, I am joined alongside by Josh Smith, an agency manager here at Neishloss and Fleming, and fortunate for us, Josh Smith travels the globe for UHC and is a expert of all UHC products, but also especially in Indianapolis, which works really, really well because we have an event happening in Indy at the UHC headquarters at the end of the month. So we're going to touch on kind of getting really specific here on the Indianapolis market, United Healthcare, how things went for them in this recent AEP, what they have going forward, and really all the ins and outs about UHC, especially in Indy. So our to bring him on without any further ado, our UHC guru aficionado, Josh Smith. Josh, how you doing this fine morning?
I'm doing fine, Mike. Thanks so much for having me on this morning. I'm super excited to talk a little bit about everything that I know about the Indianapolis market, about our carrier partners, especially with United Healthcare, and about our meeting towards the end of the month.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big deal, that meeting. So we don't want to understate it. We'll get to it as we keep going here, but that's certainly going to be a big deal for sure.
Absolutely, it's going to be really great. Basically it's an all hands on desk. Excuse me, all hands on deck talking about
And
United
desk
Health
too. Well, right
and
now, hands on desks.
desks, phones,
Yes,
anything that I can get a hold of an agent and tell them about the good news
right.
about Neishloss and Fleming, United Healthcare, and bringing it all together. It should be really great.
Yeah, the partnership's going to definitely be good for everyone, but it's also on the heels of a pretty solid AEP for UHC. We're now into February, so the dust has settled and everybody's kind of been able to look at how everything went, and there's been some reason to celebrate for United Healthcare. So United Healthcare is coming off their strongest AEP in a while, and they had some reason to try to revamp and improve on where they were a year prior, and they did it. So what do you think was the reason that UHC had such a better AEP this year opposed to the year prior and had such a strong AEP? Because that's what we're going into the meeting with. That's what we're going into the year with. It was a big deal for United Healthcare.
Absolutely, and it was a big deal for United Healthcare. It's a big deal for NNF. As far as NNF, we've been having a really great. We had a great AEP overall with not just us and our direct distribution, but our agency partners. Everything just really fell into place for us. We had a ton of people out there that were hungry, committed, and we had a lot of relentless agents in the field. But as for United Healthcare, honestly, I think it really is just a huge testament to how stable and consistent the brand has been in Indianapolis. I mean, if
Right.
even if you look year over year at what United Healthcare has done, you're going to see the benefits by and large got better for their clients. I don't think that they're from their 2019 to 2020 plans. I don't think anything slid backwards. Everything was a positive momentum. They brought out a new $0 premium PPO, which utilizes the National United Healthcare Network. It's been tremendous, not just from my excitement perspective, not just or not just United Healthcare's excitement perspective, but it's just all of everyone's excitement. The agents in the field are more than happy to bring it up at the kitchen table. They're getting the applications and submitting them all through. So it's been a really great year for all of us.
Yeah, because you have obviously the name brand of United Healthcare that everybody's heard of, so you're
Mhm.
going to have that comfort there. But to also now come off of a strong AEP, it does make everyone feel a little bit better than where they even admit they were a year earlier. Even though you're still United Healthcare,
Mhm.
you're still one of the powerhouses. But to come off such a strong AEP, definitely a big deal and reason for everybody to slap some high fives and do some chest bumps. But getting into the nitty gritty here, Josh, what in terms of product do you
Mhm.
think right now sets UHC apart in terms of what are they doing that maybe they weren't doing before that elicited this strong AP, or even moving forward in terms of actual product line for United Healthcare right now?
So they got a really strong foundation of products in the Indianapolis market in general. The two that I would go to, um, I would think like the name of the game right now for United Healthcare is PPO, and we've got a lot of
Okay.
individuals riding the Medicare Advantage Choice Plan One. It's a
Hmm.
really strong plan. It's $22 a month. 5200 MOOP, but it has all the bells and whistles that a client would ever want or need. I'm talking like Fitbit. I'm talking preventative
Okay.
comprehensive
Yeah.
dental, United Healthcare over the catalog, allowance, personal emergency response system, and even virtual visits to the doctor. It's a PPO. It's great. You can use the United Healthcare's nationwide doctor uh, opportunities to be able to go and travel without needing to even turn on the United Healthcare passport system. It really is. It's very seamless in what it does and allows any of the clients to really do with it. The other product is definitely going to be the dual special needs plan. United Healthcare has a huge and a strong focus on the duals this year, and they really have the plan to back it up. This one also has all the bells and whistles too. It's got $3,000 used towards dental, $2,000 for hearing aids. It's got gym membership, 48 one-way trips to the doctor's office. Again, with the personal emergency response services, but they've also got $200 credit per quarter to used on approved health products.
Wow.
And when you're talking with someone who's on the low income subsidy, or especially like the dual needs plan or dual special needs on Medicare, Medicaid, this is the plan for them.
And I really think that maybe there's a misconception out there, and I could be wrong, that many people out there may think the United Healthcare and Dual maybe don't marry with each other. That if Dual if you're in that realm, that maybe United Healthcare wouldn't be a plan for you. But that's just not the case. There's a lot that UHC is doing all over the Medicare spectrum.
Absolutely. And 3 or so years ago, United Healthcare wasn't in the dual special needs prod or space for Indianapolis, but now they're back. They're stronger than they've ever been before, and they really are trying to motivate the agents to be able to write that business. But if you are with a client and you're sitting down at the kitchen table with them and they've
Mm,
got Medicare and Medicaid, you're doing them a disservice by not mentioning United Healthcare. It's such a strong product. It's got the United Healthcare, the national backed nationwide insurance carrier, the leading
right.
Medicare carrier out there. It's just it's a slam dunk. It's a home run. It's a strike. It's any way that you can put it. It's
Okay.
getting the job done.
Okay, yeah, it clearly is. I think it might be more of a grand slam this year than even a home run. But we're both licensed agents in addition to our roles here at Neishloss and what else we're doing.
Yep.
So if you're sitting down, talk about the kitchen table.
Yep.
Put yourself there. If
Mhm.
you're sitting down at the kitchen table and you have some time away from the office here and you're actually going to do some selling,
Sure.
in terms of value added benefits, what is your pitch? Maybe even if an agent's listening to this and they're new to the field, or
Mhm.
they got away from it for a while, or maybe they feel like they've been in the business for many years and they've had success, but now things are changing. Now there's podcasts that maybe
Mhm.
weren't there decades earlier, and maybe they need to tweak something.
Right.
What is your pitch as kind of as an agent yourself, sitting down at that kitchen table? How would you present United Healthcare? What would you focus on directly, and maybe how would you get over some negatives that you know are going to be asked from that clientele?
For sure. So I think a lot of agents default to, let's say, the over the counter drug benefit or over the counter benefit that you get, so you can get some allowance per quarter or per month or whatever it might be. Some
Hmm.
might default to the gym memberships, that sort of thing. But I think for a lot of people that are aging into Medicare right now, one standout to me, honestly, as I look outside and see the weather, is virtual visits. It's now
Yeah.
more than it's so much more convenient now for a client, especially if they're just turning 65. They've been, they've had technology in the forefront of their mind for the past 10, 15 years or so. They understand how it works. They've got a computer, they've got a phone, they've got an iPad. If they want to talk to the doctor and, they're able to do that instantaneous. They don't have to get ready, get dressed, drive down to the doctor's office, wait for an appointment and be seen for 15 minutes and you have to do the whole thing in
Hmm.
reverse.
Hmm.
I'd rather do that from the convenience of home. United Healthcare has the capability, the technology, the strength and stability to be able to do that. And especially this time of year, really no one wants to be out there going out in the snow having to worry about the next weather or the next storm that's going to be hitting. So I think that's something that really um, is something to really consider when you're sitting down with your clients. UHC, they've got all the bells and whistles that you can ever want. So it's not like you're going to fall short of, reaching for what's going to be the next, ancillary benefit. Um,
Right.
But
Or it's not like
especially
they haven't heard of the product before, or haven't heard of the carrier before, and you don't have to teach who the carrier is, like maybe with some others.
exactly. So when you're talking United Healthcare, it has the boom AARP name right there on the application itself. A lot of people love that name. They love the brand. But it's just it all wraps up into United Healthcare. Everyone knows them. They're a healthcare company. They're a Medicare company. They'll treat you
Mhm.
well, no matter what it is that or what type of plan that you're signing them up for.
And you also don't have to worry about they're not going anywhere. This isn't a carrier that's going to go out of business tomorrow. This is a pretty established, successful carrier that you don't need to have any of those concerns that will they actually be around? Will I have to go through any of those hoops if they end up, selling their PDP or selling something off? This is United Healthcare. They're pretty confident and comfortable within of themselves, and they've had success. But they also, and I think this is something that I would feel comfortable about if I was selling to a grandparent, that they are successful. They've been around forever. They are established, but they also realize maybe where they needed to improve. They realize and they're willing to adjust to the market, as you mentioned with the dual situation that wasn't there a few years ago.
Yeah.
And they're not sitting there arrogant. They're saying, okay, yes, we're going to be around, but we don't want to be around and be second or third best and just say we're going to hold the course here as one of the top tier name brands. We want to make sure that we are serving our clients and our agents the best we can, and that's where I feel like they now are and where they've improved from even a year ago.
Yeah, exactly. It's incredible what United Healthcare has been able to do consistently
Hmm.
in the past few years for United Healthcare, just in the Indianapolis market in general. Um,
Right.
they've always been a strong focus for us. We've got agency partners, we've got independent agents out there that are partnering with us, that are writing this product, and they know how strong and how stable it is. And it's synonymous, I feel, with the Medicare market in Indianapolis right now. It's just got that strongest name brand recognition.
Yeah, and as much as everything we've said here so far in this show is true, is 100% true, there's still going to be clients out there that are going to try. They maybe have all the time in the world. They're retired. They're going to try to hammer home negatives. Maybe if they're just even having fun with you, even if they know they want the plan, they're just kind of bored that day. They're going to hammer home some negatives. So what do you feel like maybe those, if you're kind of trying to predict and get your Nostradamus hat on, what maybe are those negatives that a client may bring up for an
Mhm.
agent, and how would you get over those in terms of what are the biggest challenges right now with the United Healthcare product line in the Indianapolis market, and what do you feel needs to be overcome, even though
Sure.
it clearly is a successful product line based on the numbers so far off AEP?
Right. It's hard to say that if there's really going to be something that's truly negative about any of the plans that they've got. If I were to
Okay.
say that the biggest challenge,
Hmm.
like let's say this, like in a lot of the spaces that we work in, Mike, for a lot of like the Medicare Advantage plans, like what are
Right.
the things that really drive sales? What are the things that really drive a client to pick a plan over another? The first
Hmm.
thing I think about are drugs and doctors, right? So,
Right.
like the challenge right there, drugs. United Healthcare is a comprehensive formulary. It's fantastic. If you're running drugs, UHC is most likely going to be on the top of our Medicare Center platform. You're able to see that they got great diabetes support as well. There's a multitude of assistance, but everyone's drugs, that they're taking may be a little bit different. So maybe there's maybe
Sure.
someone out there that UHC might not be the best fit for them based on their drug situation, but that's okay. But as far as like the doctor situation, UHC has almost every single hospital system in network in the state of Indiana. I believe that there may be only like one or two that aren't in network, but those are only available in counties that UHC isn't even available in, which I believe is like only one county in the entire state. So
Yeah, they're
for the
pretty
most
much all over the place at this point, and I'd imagine in the future they're going to try to get the whole map together for the.
exactly. So as
Yeah.
far as, even, their doctors in network, they're not going to have too much of a rough time with that in
Mhm.
the Indianapolis market. Now, if you're asking me what the challenge is for the Indianapolis agent, if they're out there, if they're hunting and they're
Yeah.
looking for someone new, I think the challenge really is, finding their market segment. And I think a new and really developing segment is again that dual special needs product. I think a lot of agents out there, they've heard of the dual special needs. They want to work with them, but maybe not have stepped foot in that realm quite yet. Maybe it's because they haven't, called us and talked to us about what their marketing needs is going to be. You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
They need someone to help and guide them. And I know that the local reps for United Healthcare are always more than happy to work with the local independent agents. I'm always more than happy to work with the independent agents and agencies to see what we can do.
Mhm.
And again, like that dual special needs market, as it really comes down to making sure that the agent is comfortable in their own shoes when it comes to talking with that particular demographic. It's a lot different than working, the turning 65 folks or even working your current business.
Mhm.
It's really getting down and talking to the individuals face to face on their level about what their needs are and how you can better support their livelihood with it. And I think that, being able to focus on the dual special needs, it's a challenge, but if you put your nose to the grindstone and you're really, getting down and deep with it, and you're committed, it can be so valuable to your business and growing it and making sure that you're successful in the Medicare market.
And there's no reason to stay away from it and no reason not to pitch it if you feel like it's applicable because United Healthcare has now brought it back to the table. If they're going to work towards making that proficient in their product line, then that's definitely something you need to go after and need to be aware of. And that would just diversify everything you know about what's going on with UHC in general with Medicare. Now, now, Josh, as we round this out, this podcast, the intention of this is of course, to be informative, to be maybe educational for some agents, and kind of just, talk and maybe relax and conversational for us. But we would be remiss if we did not also. It's a Neishloss and Fleming branded podcast. So, Josh, I gotta close this kind of with if you're an agent out there and whether you need help or not, and you want to sell United Healthcare, and maybe you don't have a United Healthcare contract, and that's one you want to add, but you don't know maybe where to go or how to do that, or even if that's something you've worked with in the past, but maybe you want some extra assistance. What do we offer? Why Neishloss and Fleming to be an assistance for you? What could we provide to that agent that maybe is also getting new to Medicare and new to United Healthcare? They get the contract. Why should they work with us?
At the end of the day, Mike, I really feel agents and agencies work with us because the backbone of our entire company is our service based model. We are truly partners with the agents and the agencies that we serve.
Mhm.
Whether they've got direct contracts, whether they got higher level contracts, we're partnering with them because we know that each individual agent is different from one another. Each every one of the agents that we're working with and that we serve have different goals, have different needs, have different wants, want to market separately, want to do their own thing. And what we are able to do with that is listen to them and figure out what the best plan is going forward. If
Right.
if you're an agent out there and you're struggling to kind of come up with new marketing solutions, call me. Let's partner up. Let's figure out a business plan for you. Let's talk about some of our agent marketing programs that we've got going on to make sure that we're able to not just get you contracted, but when you are contracted, you've got
Yeah.
opportunities that we can do co-ops so that we can get leads out there, so that we can get people calling you, so that you can get yourself calling other people. If you are currently producing, if you're submitting 5 apps a month, I want to make sure that we're having the conversation of how do we get those 5 apps and how do we turn them into 10 apps. Here's some of the marketing opportunities. Here's some of the marketing ideas. In more than just working in the Indianapolis market, it's a small portion of what my greater territory is. And the beauty of that is that I've got agents and I've got agencies down in Texas. I've got agents and agencies in Arizona, in Washington, in Kentucky, in Wisconsin. Let's talk to them, figure out what they're doing successfully so that I can share that information and that wealth of knowledge with all of my agents and all of my agency partners that are out there, especially in the
Yeah.
Indianapolis market. I love sharing great ideas, and that's something that you can
You do.
absolutely
You get
expect
excited about it. You walk in the morning and say, "I am going to share great ideas today." Absolutely.
every day. Every day is an opportunity to learn something new and something interesting. Like every day is different here at Neishloss, and it's great. Every day I'm talking to a new agent or coming up with a new plan or new strategy. We've got custom marketing, we've got leads programs, we've got social media programs, we've got a multi-carrier online enrollment system for Medicare Advantage
Hmm.
and
There
prescription
you
drug.
go.
We've
Yep.
got the top, we partnering with CSG Actuarial, which gives you the real time, up to date Medicare supplements, final expense, dental, vision, hearing, hospital indemnity quote engine. You're actually able to quote and enroll people right through there as well. What don't we have? There's a ton of other FMOs out there
Yeah.
that may specialize in this thing or that thing. But what we really specialize, again, Mike, is our relationship. We want to partner with the agencies that we work with, and we want to make sure that at the end of the day, they feel valued, and that they have the understanding that we're here to support them and truly be a partner. We don't want to be just a person that is giving them a call once a year to maybe check in, or maybe ask them to contract with something new. I want to be the person who's calling them every week, every other week, once a month, whatever they want, however often they want me to call, to figure out what the next plan is. Hey, you wrote 10 apps this month. What's the plan? What's the strategy? How can I get you to write 20 apps in 1 month? How can I put more money? How can I put more dollars into your pocket?
Yeah, because no one's satisfied out there. People that have the most success are never satisfied. They want to keep getting better, and everybody likes money. So if you can make more money, why not take some more money? And we really do gauge it to the agent's needs. So as much as as much as they want to talk to us, we're there to talk to them. We're always available. Somebody on the line, they can call us anytime.
Mhm.
And I think that definitely does set us apart because everybody can know the product. There's people that out there that know the product as well as we know the product, but not necessarily people out there that are actually serving the agents as well as
Mhm.
we're serving the agents, or at least in our opinions. I brush your shoulders off, but we got to be confident with what you're doing. But I think that definitely sums it up perfectly.
Exactly, exactly. It's a beautiful thing when we were able to get that partnership and that true value out of all of our agent
Mm.
relationships. It's great.
Yeah, Josh. As we get out of here, because I think we hit a home run as well for our debut podcast here with Neishloss and Fleming. Anything else you wanna get out there? Any final comments in terms of either about this event we have coming up? If you want to maybe give a little bit more information, which also is available on our website, is available by calling any of us to learn, and we've had emails out there, so agents may know about it by now. There's information out there, but there is an event happening end of the month, February 27th, at the United Healthcare headquarters, Indianapolis. It's a big deal.
Exactly. It's from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. We still got some slots. If you're able to register, we'd love to have you there. It is RSVP only. So if you
Yes.
are interested in learning more about United Healthcare and their plans and their benefits, and how that partnership works, come to it. If you want to learn more about Neishloss and Fleming, what we're doing for our independent agents out there, um, you should be coming. You'll learn more about us, the value that we have, all of our programs that will help you write more business. And we're also having some of our local agency distribution there as well. So, if we're a national organization, but if you want to work more closely and more hands on with a shop that's right in the Indianapolis market, you're going to be able to talk to some of our agency partners there as well. It's a great opportunity for anyone that, if you're contracted with United Healthcare, not with us, if you're just starting to get into the Medicare market, or if you just want to find out more information about us and what it's like to work and partner with Neishloss and Fleming, please give us a call, RSVP for the event, and we'll make sure that we're able to have this just a fantastic meeting.
Yeah, and you don't have to have a contract with us to go to this event. You certainly can go kind of just, learning if you want to learn more about us, United Healthcare. But having a contract with United Healthcare certainly is recommended going in because there could be lead opportunities. There could be different opportunities there, even at the event, that could help your business right away and would get you already started off on the path to success after that meeting. Josh, appreciate the time here. I know you have a lot more great facts of wisdom, great words of wisdom to provide to agents out there the rest of the day. I know we have a big day ahead of us, so thanks for the time, and we will definitely have to do this again. I feel.
Absolutely, Mike. This has been a lot of fun. I can't wait to be able to do this again, maybe for some other markets, maybe talk about some other
Yeah,
carriers. Whatever
yeah.
I can do to help out, this has been super fun. Super excited for the next one as well.
Yeah, when I think of somebody willing to help out, I immediately think of Josh Smith, agency manager here at Neishloss and Fleming. All right, Josh, thanks.
Thank you.